can I count on you? One last time?
All right, kid. Let's go do it. One last time.
Welcome back to day 4 of 50 Days of Drake. Today we're going to talk about I literally just recorded this video and my face cam just stopped working. My whole program just shut down and I lost all my footage, so I'm going to start over again. Okay, so today's video we're going to be talking about my predictions for Uncharted 4. Day 4, Uncharted 4, I figured it was a good fit. And this is going to be talking about, this video, just the story mode, just the game, not the gunplay, not the weapons, not the multiplayer. This is just what my predictions are going to be for the actual story for Uncharted 4. So let's get to it and start with one of Nate's lines. Nate says, "For those who prove worthy, paradise awaits." And I feel like this game is going to be the embodiment of that. Like, we have been waiting. We have been loyal. We have been, waiting for this game to come out for so long. And I think they're going to make it as epic as possible. This game is going to be everything. Everything we've waited for, wanted it to be, it's going to be a culmination of all that. So I can't wait to see what they have up their sleeves. So these are my predictions for Uncharted 4. Number 1, Sam is not a threat. Not a direct threat to Nate. I feel like he has no, ill will towards Nate for him being stuck in prison for the last 15 years. He knows it's not Nate's fault. He knows that Nate would have come and got him. If he knew he was alive, he would not have left him there. But Nate has this habit of not checking for a pulse, as Sully had said in the past, to see if someone is really, dead or alive. But he really believed he was gone. But now Sam is in trouble and needs Nate's help, which is an indirect threat to Nate because he is going to go on this adventure with him and help his brother. He feels he owes him. But so this is, in a way, a threat to Nate, not directly, though, But the problem is with that, why is he in trouble? What did he do that he needs Nate's help? And he tells him, "Nate, I'm in a lot of trouble. I need your help." What could he have possibly done? Because he's been in prison for the last 15 years. What has happened in that time? Did he kill someone in prison? God knows what kind of prison he was in. He wasn't in, Rikers Island or something like that. He looks like underground cave prison. I don't know what type of prison he was in, but I mean, this wasn't like, the usual. So he has this, his motivation is to find Libertalia. He feels he's destined for greatness, him and Nate, and he wants to find Libertalia. But that doesn't explain what the danger aspect is. Why is he in so much trouble? It is linked, directly with him finding this treasure, so, how did he get in trouble if he was in prison all this time? Did he get out, escape, and then get in trouble? I'm not sure. But he is putting Nate in danger regardless, because he needs his help. Number 2, I believe, I would bet my life on it, that Chloe will be in Uncharted 4 in the story mode, not just the multiplayer, because we know she's in the multiplayer. I'm not sure about Cutter, because he's not as invested in the franchise as Chloe is with the fans. I like Cutter, but I don't think he's going to be in this game. In the story mode anyway. He will be in the multiplayer, but Chloe, I think, there's so many big characters in this game, and I think Chloe has been a staple, like I said, since Uncharted 2. She's a fan favorite. I can't imagine them not putting her in this game. So I predict that she will definitely be in Uncharted 4. Number 3, there's a supernatural element to this game that we have no clue what it's going to be, but I will bet my life there is going to be a supernatural element in this game. There has been for every other game in this series in some way, shape, or form. I feel like the stakes are so high in this game. There's so much tension that, I feel like Nadine is really out to get Nate. They have a history. Well, she has a history with at least Sully, so there is something definitely going on with the two of them, that she wants Nate out of the picture bad. Like, she is going after him with a vengeance in these last few trailers, so there's something big. there's something big that that we don't know about. Something big rides on, Nate either not surviving this, like she wants him out of the picture. The religious imagery with the crucifixes, men, the men on the cross, the statue, it's just everywhere. So it's going to have to do with the religious imagery. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? Number 4. I feel like there will definitely be some underwater elements, gameplay, fighting, or looking for treasure, because the underwater elements are so gorgeous. They're sunken pirate ships, for God's sakes. I mean, it's going to be something underwater where we get to, deal with that and see it and experience it. It's going to be amazing. I mean, it looks beautiful so far. I mean, I can't imagine actually playing in it, in that, part of it. So it's going to be gorgeous, and I feel like there is going to be more than we've ever seen before in the underwater gameplay. Number 5, Elena and Nate. I don't know if their relationship will be able to withstand this pressure that Sam is putting on Nate. I'm not sure if the relationship could survive this. I feel like, that Nate is, it's just too much stress for their relationship. He has lied to her again, and he's like, it's not what it looks like. It is, Drake. How many times can you possibly do this? I mean, like, even in the very first gameplay trailer, you see like, call Elena, on the little notepad, in the journal, and all the numbers crossed out. Like, he's been calling her from everywhere. Like, he's been keeping up this lie that he's not where he says he is, but she tracks him down and she is going to make him pay for that. So I don't know how their relationship is going to survive. And betrayal, because it is a huge betrayal. He promised her and then he lied about it, which made it even worse. Number 6, I don't want this prediction to come true, but I have this horrible feeling that Sully is going to die. I feel like Sully is going to I feel like Naughty Dog feels like he's at the end of the road. He's in his early 60s. How much longer can he keep this this globe-trotting, treasure hunting life of his? I know he in the one of the Madagascar gameplay, he does most of his work, from the internet. He gets the business from there, and then he meets clients in person. But he's got to be in his early 60s, mid 60s by now, so he is not a young, stud anymore. So I think they're going to make him go out in an epic way, probably saving Nate's life or even Sam's life. I think that would be even more poignant if he saved Sam's life, because I think he will actually become more of a surrogate father to Sam just as much as he is to Nate, So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but I have a feeling that Naughty Dog is going to hit us right in the feels like they always do. Damn you. But I hope it's not true. But I have a feeling it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't, though. Number 7. I have a feeling Nate will have to choose either Sam or Elena. He can't have both. He can't live this life of both. I hope he doesn't have to choose because, he loves his brother. He feels a sense of obligation to him. But poor Elena, she just, she's been through so much with Nate. So I hope that they don't stop. I hope they don't go through this horrible choice. Number 8. I feel like there's going to be an optional conversation trophy since it's part of the main story. That's the only reason why I'm bringing it up in this video. I feel like it's going to happen naturally within the, natural progression of the gameplay where we get to have our optional conversations, when Nate's talking to the pirate hanging upside down. You tried to climb in those boots, something like that. I think that's probably one of the hidden trophies that we'll find when we play the game. Like I said, I haven't played the game. I haven't heard any spoilers. I will not listen to any spoilers, and I will not spoil anything for you because I don't want it spoiled for me. But I think that's going to be part of it. Number 9, I feel like the DLC that's going to come out is going to be a toss-up between Sully and Sam, depending on who dies in the game. I have a feeling it's going to be Sully, so I feel like the DLC will pay homage to Sully in a way because since he's been there since the beginning, and that he will maybe go back into his past when he was really young buck and just really go and delve into his history, what made him the way he became, this, slick thief, and maybe it is Sully's end. And I feel like whoever dies, whether it's Sam or Sully, I feel like the DLC will be based around that. It absolutely depends on who will die. If someone does die, I think it'll be based on that. So I hope none of them die. Let's just make that clear. Number 10, I don't think Elena and Nate will have any children. I feel like they might adopt, an older child, a child who has no family like Nate and Sam, how like Nate was adopted by Sully, taken under his wing. I feel like they'll do that if they stay together. I feel like that's going to be part of their story. That'll be like their child, because I don't think they'll have any of their own children. I feel like they'll take a child in, maybe from the main story. Who knows? I don't know. If anything, I feel like they would adopt. I don't feel like they would have their own child. Biological child, I mean. Number 11. Do the Drake brothers actually have blood ties to greatness? Are they literally, a descendant of a famous explorer? Is that why they feel like they have so much at stake in this life to do this? Is that why they feel they're so destined? Is it literally in their blood? When Sam says, we were meant for this, you and me together, we're destined for something great. Is it because their father, before he, dropped them off at the orphanage, had the same feeling? Do you think that it could actually be in their blood? I think it might be. I think that is going to be a big reveal. I feel like that's their motivation for why they're so obsessed with this life and this, lifestyle. I don't know. Number 12, maybe the emotional opening that Naughty Dog keeps talking about, that the opening cinematic or scene is going to be more emotional than the opening cinematic for The Last of Us, which I can't imagine how they are going to pull that off, because that was, unbearable and unbelievable and brilliant. Will it be how the Drake brothers got separated from their blood family, from their actual biological family? Do you think they're going to bring up how the mother committed suicide and how she died? And I don't think the scene is going to be like a main character death or a flashback of say Sully dies and then, they put it at the beginning and then they, the whole rest of the game is you flashing back to leading up to that point. I don't think that's going to be it. I think it might be how they got separated from their actual family. Maybe they'll show the mothers committing suicide, or not committing suicide, or just like the events right after, or the events leading up to that moment, and how the father, and maybe they were like begging him not to let them, go or be separated from each other. I don't know, but I think that kind of makes sense that they might do that, because that won't give away anything else down the storyline down the line. I think it'll just keep us really riveted and immediately invested in the characters in the game, like as if we're not already, so I think that might be what they mean by the big emotional opening. Number 13, I feel like there's going to be a lot of Sully and Sam bonding in this game. And I think that's a great thing, and I hope that happens, because I just think that Sully will immediately feel a bond with Sam as a dad would feel, as he does with Nate. So I'm looking forward to that. Number 14. Who the hell is this mysterious man who busts Sam out of jail? Is it their father? Is he coming back for them? That guy with that awesome accent, who is he? And how is he busting him out of jail? Is he someone he met in jail? Is it someone he knows from before that's coming to break him out, that knew he was alive? Who is this mystery man? I want to know. I want to know who he is, and why is he going, to town to help Sam, unless he wants something from him, or he's breaking him out of jail and he's going to say, you owe me, just like, Sam says in the very first teaser trailer. Is he doing this so that he can bust Sam out, knowing that Sam can help him find this treasure? And what's his motivation? So there are so many questions, but I want to know. My prediction is we'll find out who he is. He won't just be some random person. It will be bigger than that, because it's always bigger than what it seems in these Naughty Dog games. Next, who will be the main villain? I have a feeling that, Nadine and Rafe, they've been talking about them since, day one. We knew it was going to be, they were going to be the villains, but I feel like there's a head guy above them. I feel like they're the two big main lieutenants of the main villain, and that they have to answer to him. As big as they are and as bad as they are, they have to answer to their boss, which is always someone bigger and someone, you know, there's always someone else pulling the strings and pulling the purse strings. So could it be Nadine's father? Because they had mentioned that her dad, you know, Shoreline or whatever, you know, she works with her father. Is she looking to take over for him? You know, maybe this is his last hurrah and she has to prove herself to take over. But we have yet to meet him or her. The only reason why I'm saying him is because they have mentioned Nadine's father in the past. So I don't think we've even seen him, because they did say when all the craziness came about, because Laura Bailey was playing Nadine and she's, you know, not a woman of color. And they did say there is a character that has yet to be revealed. He is a person of color who is playing someone who is white. So I'm thinking that is our main character. That is our main villain. What do you guys think? If it wasn't all the controversy over her playing Nadine, we might not even have any kind of, you know, confirmation that there is an unknown character that exists in this game. So I think that's who it is. So who knows? Second to last thing I want to talk about. I can predict that Nathan's shirt will be epically half tucked throughout the entirety of the gameplay for Uncharted 4. The half tuck will be in full effect, people. Make no mistake about it. That prediction, I'm 100% sure. You gotta love Nate's half tuck. I'm sorry. Last and final prediction. I don't think any of us will doubt this. We will laugh our heads off and we are going to cry our eyes out. Guaranteed. I don't have to be psychic to know that. None of you have to be psychic to know that. We are going to love it and we are going to cry. Guaranteed. So that's the end of my predictions video. Let me know what your predictions are. Write in the comments. Let me know if you liked my predictions or if you hated them. You know, or these are just what I think. Tell me what you guys think. We're going to be down to the final 3 tomorrow, you guys. I can't wait. Thanks so much for sticking with me in this whole series. You guys have made it so awesome. It's been so worth all the hard work and the time I've spent on this. I love you guys. Thanks so much for subscribing and staying subscribed and watching these videos and supporting these videos. All right, Daisy's eating my hand. I've got to go.